you can pick pile 1, 2, 3. I will mark the times in the description box down below of when they each happen. And so pile 1 is citrine, pile 2 is rose quartz. It looks a little white here, but it's pink rose quartz. And then this is amethyst. All right, so we're gonna start with the citrine. We're just gonna move these piles out of the way. Let's see, I wanna move them out of the vision. Yes. Give me just 1 second. We're gonna move this one out of the way. And again, I'll timestamp the, let's see, will that fit in there? Yeah, cool. All right, so we're gonna start with pile 1 with citrine. So we'll go ahead and put that energy right there. And we have soulmate. So yes, this is your soulmate. So the person we're talking about is your soulmate. You've attracted a soulmate. Okay. And then we have night wind, facing fear, subconscious release, and healing. So I feel like this relationship already is like bringing up some deep, it's kind of ignited some deep core wounds, okay? The attraction's strong, but it's also teaching you things. It's teaching you your shadows, okay? So it's really to bring more intuition into your life, more hope and more light. So this person's really significant. It's also teaching you to cut out, this relationship is exposing, this soulmate is exposing you to your shadows big time. And in order for you to cut out patterns and behaviors that don't serve you in your life anymore. So interestingly enough, it's like making you aware of what doesn't serve you. Okay. Ooh, yeah, this is a very significant relationship. We have the High Priestess. So you are moving into things that are you're moving into a very, very, very spiritual place. You're kind of up leveling. You're climbing up the stairs. You're moving into the next layer of the dream. You are bringing in information from the heavenly realms. You've definitely been activated into another layer, you've been activated and like turned on your celestial self, okay? Which also turns on the old lifetime after a lifetime of wounding, a collective wounding, okay? Even if from the perspective of us all being one, you're tapping into that collective pain, all right? Which exposes like things that have been working underground to the surface so that it can be addressed and released, or just addressed and then you have a choice. You know, when the shadows get addressed, then you have a choice whether to live in those shadows, work in the shadows, but they don't run you anymore. When you start to see your patterns, they can't run you anymore. You can't get triggered. You can't respond really quickly to a shadow when you know what it's doing, you know? Oh my gosh, yeah, you really are moving into a very deep spiritual state. A lot of you guys, this soulmate has really brought you a lot of emotional clarity and blessing. Oh my gosh, this is truly a soulmate. You have the Two of Cups. I'm just going to move the citrine out of the way just to have actually I can move it keep it here and we'll go like that. This actually says the Great Server. No, sorry. The Great Severing. Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. Yeah, man. The pattern that I see going on here. Moving into a really high state of security by letting go. This is so trippy. Wow. So some of you are going to cut out this soulmate, okay? You're going to leave them behind. They've brought out so many of your shadows and kind of raised your consciousness to, it's been such a blessing because it's raised your consciousness to such a place where you can see the whole story, right? Like what serves you, what doesn't serve you, and allow you to walk with like greater hope. By letting go, you're allowing yourself to it's like you're letting go and walking up the stairs, literally into heaven. Okay. For some of you, you will meet your soulmate there. okay, as you walk up into these higher realms of awareness and cut out things that are downstairs, so to speak. You will climb, you will meet your soulmate at the top, okay? So for some of you, by letting go or by this soulmate coming in, it has allowed you to see so much of the darkness that you have within you somehow. Like they somehow opened you up to a state of awareness that you've never been in before and activated, like, I don't know, your sense of knowing so many more aspects of yourself. Like they like awakened you to your true self, which also awakened you to things that you've been doing over and over again in your life that don't serve you. It could even just be carried on from like ancestral family lines and things like that, past lives, however you want to see it. It was like you met this person, they activated you, and then all of a sudden, like all the light and the beauty comes in and all the trash and the garbage from like the dark crevices of the unknown come in, right? That you weren't aware of. And you start to take that and you start to look at it is what I'm getting. This, like, I kind of have the intention of like, you might experience a lot of this in December. There's a lot of cutting out what doesn't serve you. There's a lot of maturity coming in for you. There's a lot of blessing. There's a lot of knowledge. You're moving into your celestial self. You're moving into your higher self. You're moving into your beingness and you're letting go of attachments. You're moving into a state of balance. It's really like meeting the shadows and dancing with them, balancing them out, not letting them run the show. And then calling in this soulmate, calling in this harmonious relationship within and then without. So yeah, that's like all I have for you. Pile number 1. Beautiful read. My information's in the description box if you'd like a personal read. You can also check out in my other readings your sun sign, your rising sign, your Venus. They all work, or your moon, okay? And let me know if you liked the pick a card. I'm kind of been, I don't know, hasn't really been like a thing that I've been doing that much, but let me know what you think. It's a different approach. So we'll do the rose quartz next, pile 2, okay? And we have attraction. So there's a strong attraction going on with you and your person or a person. And you two are like rising above from the ashes. Interesting. I find peace, security, and contentment when surrounded by nature's beauty. You know, what I'm getting for some of you right now is that you are attracted to yourself. You're attracted to this present moment. You've risen above a lot of drama and you know how to create a sacred space. And if you're not there yet, you're getting there in this like month of December. This is a very peaceful energy I'm getting from you. Yeah. If there's any kind of attraction towards another person, it's very slow moving, but very grounded. Okay. It's coming from a really good, healthy place. Okay. The Emperor. Wow. So I almost want to say that you have a lot of strength. You're really ready for whatever comes your way. Pile 2. Okay. I feel like you are also dealing with your soul tribe. Okay. You're with a group of people, a group of friends, or you're calling in a soul tribe that reflects this, this energy that you're in. Like you're able to you're in a high place of strength. You're really rising above a lot of drama, a lot of things that don't serve people. You've been through some dark times. And at this point, you've shifted your whole life, your whole universe. You know how to create a sacred space. You know how to move into a place of being in the present moment, enjoying the flowers, smelling the flowers, enjoying nature. You really like opening your heart. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like you're rising above a state of mental anxiety. Like that's no longer, yet you're in a higher perspective. There was a time where you did have sleepless nights. You had a lot of anxiety. If that's if that's happening now, that is not going to happen any longer for you, pile 2. You're rising above that monkey mind stuff. You're going to be feeling a lot of balance, a lot of peace. You're calling in, if this is already not happening, you're calling in your soul tribe. You're calling in people that reflect back love to you, your way. You're able to see things from a very, very high perspective. And you're able to ground down what you know into the material realm and really produce a lot of abundance. I see for you, business is going to be really strong for you. You have the Emperor card, and I feel like if it's a relationship, your intentions are good, their intentions are good. It's not control. It's moving with strong intention to support and nurture love and relationships and feelings and Mother Earth and children and creativity. It's like the kind that you can hold space, sacred space for the divine feminine, for your soul in spirit to express itself through this vessel. And in that, you are grounding this into the material realm. And there is like whatever it is that needs to be expressed, will be honored, will be nurtured by your soul family, by if there is any other partners to come in. For some of you, you might resonate with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, and I'm also getting an earth sign. Virgo, Capricorn, or what's the other one? Taurus. So, and Aquarius is in here too. But I mostly really just see you, I really just see you in this month just enjoying yourself, enjoying this high perspective. For some of you, you guys like really resonate with like the lion's heart, the lion's energy. And others of you is like a bird energy, like rising above, like really having that high perspective, being very light in body and in, and in spirit, just really like the load, just lightening. Yeah, it's like you hang out in this high perspective. You're able to see the biggest picture, the big picture, and you're able to pull from the heavens into this earthly realm the heavenly aspects of yourself and that want to be expressed through your vessel. And in return, you create all this abundance. And we're talking financial, spiritual, creative abundance. You might find yourself creating more. If you want love, if you're attracting love, you're attracting like bliss. I think you're moving into a state of bliss where it's being reflected externally, and it's all because you have this high perspective. You've risen above any kind of mental like trickery or knots. You're anything you do in this realm's with intention, because you consistently see you're not being pulled in by any kind of mental loops. You're way above that at this point. You're able to enjoy the moment. So for next month, like the month of December, I feel like you're calling in just this blissful, peaceful calling in spirit to move through you. The anxiety's over for you. You're rising above, okay? So if you're experiencing that now, no, your heart chakra's opening up. You have control over this stuff. And in a good way, where you support the sacred space, you support your creations, and I do think it's going to manifest itself more and more in this realm. So I really do see a lot of abundance for you. Financial, spiritual, romantic, the whole deal, friends, everything. And you're not looking for it. It's just coming towards you. So, wow, that's awesome, pile 2. So let me know what you think of that. If you want a personal reading, again, my information is in the description box. Let me know what you think of the pick a card reads. Thank y'all. So we're going to do pile 3. And, okay. A lot of times this card's separation, but maybe for some of you, you're traveling. Power, self-confidence, and productivity. Yeah, everybody is moving into a state of harmony in these reads. This is so fascinating. I take actions daily that awaken my personal power. Yeah, you're moving into a state of harmony. I feel like you're moving away from that monkey mind too. Everybody's just like moving into a state of balance in these reads. This is so interesting. Yeah, you protecting your heart a little bit. I think there was maybe a breakup or a separation, but I think you're good. I think that you have a lot of passion and fire. I feel like you're really activating like your sacral and your solar plexus, where you're really you're moving into a state of harmony within yourself. But there's a little bit of a climb for you, okay? There's a little bit of a climb. I think for some of you, you've just recently separated from somebody in a relationship to basically balance yourself out. And it might be a temporary separation, but you have a lot of fire. You're protecting your heart to move into a state of balance, but you also have this desire to you almost have this desire to like get it going, like, rise above this, to balance out, to have harmony. And also I feel like for some of you, you have a desire to really like catapult your career or your expression here on this planet. You are doing a lot of analyzing. For some of you, you might have been separated with a Virgo, or you are a Virgo. You really are looking for change. And I think change is coming. You want to move into a state of harmony. So you're starting to manifest that. Wait, it's not time yet. Things are being woven. And even you and this person that you've separated from, if that's the case for some of you, they're in an energy that's not where you're at. And so you're going to have to just let go and trust the divine. I feel like they're in an energy where they're not on the same page as you, and so that's why you're moving on. And I feel like you're okay with it because you're kind of ready to like block out the things that hold you back from your passion. And I think you have a lot of passion. You have a lot of drive to climb up the proverbial mountain to the top, okay, to gain that kind of perspective. I think that this card is basically saying your time isn't yet to be in a relationship. And I do think, at least with this person, right? Because I do think that relationships very often can be a distraction from your sole purpose and what you came here to do. And we don't always want to hear that, but you're moving into a state of trust, okay? I feel like you chose to separate from this person, or even if they left you, you chose this on some deeper level because that's how you would move into a state of harmony and do this. You have a lot of fire to release in action and create this world. You want change, and I want to say you are calling in harmony. And you don't want this kind of Knight of Wands energy. And I think that's for you too within yourself. Like a Knight of Wands kind of gets into things. I see the Knight of Wands at this point kind of being into shiny things, right? They're not really going inside and being very intentional about how they're experiencing life. I don't even think that they're in the present moment. I don't really get that energy most of the time from the Knight of Wands. What I really get from the Knight of Wands is like, oh, look at that shiny thing. I'll go get that. I'll use my charm. And they develop a mechanism or a charm or a script within themselves to continuously, why can't I talk? This is so weird. While they continuously get what they want, right? The shiny thing. Oh, I want that shiny thing. And they learn how to get the shiny thing, but they skip the whole being in the present and really calling in what their soul truly wants, not just what their ego or their little inner child wants. So it's a very immature way of getting what you want, right? And I feel like this isn't working for you because it's so short-lived. It doesn't have a lot of depth. It's not soul building. And so you feel like it's kind of breaking apart your fire in a sense. I feel like your fire is here for a grand intention, right? I mean, this little avatar that you exist in, you want to have this experience of trusting the divine and seeing what that feels like and seeing what you can produce from that and seeing what life would feel like in a sense of harmony. Okay, if this card represents you at all, I definitely think that you might be analyzing too much in the mind and just to release that and moving away from being overly analytical and just more into this movement of trust and letting go and trusting the divine, being in the present moment, being in a harmonious place. and letting this divine urge move you. So using your intuition to what this divine urge is. You definitely are protecting yourself from the Knight of Wands energy. It's showing up twice. I think that is what you are moving away from. You're even willing to jump off the cliff to get away from it, is what I'm getting. So kudos to you, leaning into the divine, and just moving into a state of harmony. You're getting there. I feel like you've had it. You've had it with the Knight of Wands, and you're willing to, like, whatever attachment you have to that quote unquote shiny thing yourself, you're willing to run as fast as you can, even if it's uphill, because you have all this burning fire and passion to get the higher perspective, okay? So I like your energy in this a lot. This is all I have for you. Let me know what you think with the pick of cards. The messages come out differently for sure with the way I'm doing it. So I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, I did. I think I did it right. So anyway, I'll just go check. So yeah, my information's in the description box if you'd like a read, and let me know what you thought. And thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you. If this pile didn't resonate, like, you can try the other two piles, or you can try my other reads, which are about your sun sign. You can also do the signs with your rising sign, your Venus sign, and your moon sign. Okay, that's all I have for you. Thank you. Love you.